The Shooting of Dan McGoo is a 1945 Droopy Dog cartoon. I'm assuming that this is a parody on The Shooting of Dan McGoo, which is a poem from 1907, I believe, by Robert W. Service. It's a poem that I wasn't familiar with until I started doing research for this. I'm going to assume that that's where it came from. If anybody knows or can confirm that, please feel free. The cartoon itself is set in a saloon, and it focuses mostly on this very sleazy wolf. We have these characters shooting and generally providing a stereotypical saloon bar atmosphere. And then this female singer begins performing. And I have to say, this female singer looks a lot like Cinderella in Tex Avery's version of Cinderella. They look a lot similar. I don't know why my words are not coming out properly today. This character looks a lot like Tex Avery's version of Cinderella, to the point where I actually had to Google that cartoon and kind of view the two images side by side. And we watch this wolf basically ogling her, drooling after her, and basically acting as if he's watching an adult-rated movie. And it's very bizarre, and it's not the first time that we've seen this behaviour from this particular character, or a character very similar to this. Tex Avery works with this wolf, or similar wolves, quite frequently. And this character, this wolf, is very sleazy, and he's basically going to manhandle this singer at the end of her act, but Droopy Dog is there to rescue her. How he does that or what happens, I'm not going to say. Maybe the title might give it away a little bit. It was interesting enough. The character of the wolf is certainly fascinating, but he is quite uncomfortable to watch. Not that I find him uncomfortable, I'm not kind of disturbed by a cartoon wolf ogling a cartoon female singer. It doesn't bother me. But it wasn't really that interesting as a narrative. The wolf's behaviours, fascinating. But the actual narrative, I didn't think had much going for it. Most of the time we just watched this wolf getting increasingly agitated, potentially trying to resist his urges, but ultimately revealing his true colours. It wasn't that exciting. Of all of the Droopy Dog cartoons that I've seen, or at least the ones that I've seen as an adult rewatching them, of the ones I can remember, it's probably the weakest. It wasn't very interesting. It's unusual that the wolf is more interesting than Droopy Dog as well in Droopy cartoons, but I definitely think he was a lot more fascinating. So I would recommend it if you're a fan of Droopy, if you're a fan of Tex Avery. There will be things in this that you like. But just in general, it's probably not one that I'm going to watch again. It wasn't terrible, but I just thought it was lacking in something. It wasn't that great. I would recommend it if there's something specific that appeals to you, but generally speaking, I feel like it was just missing that certain something that usually makes Tex Avery cartoons often a cut above the rest.